Hello, Hogziller here again with another game for us to play today. This one will be Cyclemania. I know it's not another tycoon game, but it's a game that I was going through the CDs and saw and thought this would be a great game to pick up again for a little bit and see how it translates in today's world. Some brief history on the game. It was developed by Compro Games and published by Accolade. That's the same publisher that I have a couple other of their games. Hardball 4 and Unnecessary Roughness 96. Actually, those two games actually came with my first computer, as it came with a bundle pack along with the first NASCAR PGA 486, Hardball 4, Unnecessary Roughness. I'm trying to think, was there another game in there? I can't remember if I did have IndyCar 2 right away, and I can't remember if that came with right away or if I bought that separately. But it came with that starter pack, and then there were some other games, including the MS Bob. Was also on that first computer. But anyway, back to the game here. Um, let's go ahead and get out of this demo. One thing I will say is these cutscenes were pretty revolutionary for the time. Um, I don't remember any other games having anything like those kind of cutscenes, and and they're actually pretty well, and they almost hold up over time, um, but really don't. So here we go. Where we're gonna pick a race. So you have 6 drivers here. I went through just before and tried to see who I might want on this. I believe that this Jeff the Breeze and Stacy Rubber Mama were the 2 fastest bikes. So we're just gonna go ahead and pick that. I think I did pick a track while I was in there. Bike setup, I can't really buy anything, so let's just set up the race type here. We'll just do a short race. Yeah, let's. Okay. Looks like we can do practice, qualifying, and race. Why don't we go ahead and do some qualifying here? So the first thing I see here is that the graphics are actually way off, even for its time. Like if I were to pop in NASCAR right now, or even PGA 486, they would still hold up fairly well, graphics wise. Everything just looks so pixelated. Now I know when I got in this game, it was pretty revolutionary of the time to integrate real world video of the track. This is like a real. You could tell they went down some road like what Google Maps does, and integrated basically the game into the real video. Um, but in my opinion, right now, it really doesn't hold up. Um, little lag in the game there. I heard my CD spin up a little bit here. But this, it almost like a comic book character is my biker. Um, I don't know why the controls down in front of me have to be so huge. I think they could have gotten away with a slightly smaller setup. Um, so let's see here. We should be coming around to complete lap 2. You know, this has like a very road rash kind of feel to it if you ever played that. We have qualifying over. Um, but without all the kind of cars and interaction, I think they're trying to think on the other tracks are there cars. I might have to try some of the other races here and see if there are cars. I'm trying to remember if there are or not. I think there are, but let's go ahead and see how the race goes here. So I see now there's a thing in the lower left-hand corner for how damaged your bike is, or at least I guess how healthy your bike is. But it's pretty basic. As you can see, like I'm kind of herky-jerkying all over the place on the without even doing anything on the track here. Is it kind of integrates the video with your cartoon character here. Um, Another thing I just trying to figure out is that score at the bottom. It just looks like based on how fast you're going, that determines your score, I guess. Not sure, but it looks like I complete lap 1 here. First out of 6 positions. I mean, this would have been nice if there would have been like 20 racers. Been curious maybe if I would have just taken it off of amateur level. So there's actually some competition here instead of this turning into a Formula One race, also known as a processional, where you get Hamilton, at least last year, if he got out in front, and then that was it. That's basically all Formula One has turned into is you know after the first race who the top teams are going to be. The championship is pretty much wrapped up, or it could theoretically be down to the 2 team drivers, but there's just no compression of talent. There's no variables. Like cars generally don't go out for mechanical issues. They generally will only go out if they made contact with another driver or if they ran it off road for whatever reason. Um, just my thought on Formula One here as I partake in this processional race, which is now in lap 3. We're about halfway through lap 3. Still in first. So, coming up on lapped traffic. So, one other thing you can do in this game is play a championship season. That allows you to play on the 4 courses. I always found that kind of weak in this game that there was only 4 courses, because then if you wanted to upgrade your bike in championship, you can only get the engine upgrade for the last race of the season. I don't know. I really thought the bikes could have had like advantage versus disadvantage. Either you have a very fast bike and everyone else is lesser below that. Um, they're not like, okay, you can have the fastest bike, but you're not going to have as well of handling, or you could get damaged easier, or something like that. And it could use another track or two on this game in the setup. Could have had a few more options. I feel like this game was on the right track at its time, but it just didn't hold up. Here we go, last lap. So that's why I say this game didn't hold up well over time. Like, people still play like Super Metroid. People still play Mario Brothers. Um, I still play games like Sim Golf. I think Sim Golf was a great game that still holds up for the most part over time. Or another game which you should be seeing a video out on, um, or I should say, just put a video out on a couple weeks ago, was on F-19 Stealth Fighter. That game's from like 1988, and I still play it. It still holds up, even though the graphics are kind of off a little bit compared to today. It's still a great game to play. But anyway, here's the checkered flag and the victory. We should get this nice little race over. Race over. I think it should say like, well, I thought it was going to say like press escape, but it. Here's something nice. That was a nice little video. We'll put in auxiliary. Let's see if we can select a different track here. Um, I don't know what track I just selected there. It'd been nice if there was always some kind of text. Oh, I got $20 from that. So here's where you can buy additional stuff. You can get these ultimate slicks if you want. Here's the engine that you can only get in the last race of any championship season. Um, let's just do race type. Um, let's just up the level a little here and see if we can get a little bit of competition. Um, so I think I'm on a different track now, but not sure. Oh yeah, I think this is the first track you end up with when playing the game in like a championship level. And I think this is where I thought there might be cars during the race. I just don't remember. And that might be only in a championship. But let's see how this track turns out. I mean, I can remember seeing this and thought this was so awesome because it was like real life video. I mean, this had to take some time. I mean, this is like pre. This is pre. Google going around with the cameras on top of the cars. And this is 1994. Though I don't know where like these roads are. Is this going to be lap 1 here? I can't remember how long this course is. So yeah, it takes about a minute 15 to get around. I know that when I played this game on my old first computer, that I did have a joystick pad. It was like a Gravis joystick pad. I used to play NHL 95 for PC. It was another game that actually came with that bundle. I just remembered, and I used to use the joypad. So we're just wrapping up qualifying here. Hopefully I should still be in position 1. Okay, so that's qualifying. Let's just hop into the race. That's an awesome cutscene. I mean, that could almost work today. But just the rest of the game just doesn't do it for me. I like that flag person there. I don't know what the heck was going on there. Looked like another cartoon character. So it looks like I am off and way out ahead again. At least nobody's come up and challenged me yet. I mean, I can remember playing this game and in championship form, like you have to like set what percentage of the laps you want to run for the whole season. And I always wanted to run the most with that upgraded engine, so I used to have to play all the tracks at like 100%. And then like the second race of the championship is a really long track. It takes like almost 3 minutes, I believe, to play, and so it used to take a long time to complete a season. Let's see what kind of score we get out of this race. As we're here on lap 2. So yeah, once you would like run all these tracks and you've upgraded everything, there really isn't much of a replay value on this. Um, there's just like not much more you could do different. I mean, I guess you could take like the weakest bike on this game and see if you could still win with the weakest bike. But really, there's just not any point to replay in this game. It could have just used a few more customizations, and I think it would have been even a better game. I mean, for its time, it just wasn't a horrible game, but now, honestly, I wouldn't pick this up. I'm almost sure if I would have turned on the race type as aggressive, that would have added the cars. I know there's something that adds the cars, that you gotta dodge cars. And they're kind of like real herky jerky cars with weird hit collisions. So that would have been fun if I could have figured out how to add those. Okay, 2 more laps in this. I mean, I look down at the graphics now here on the kind of the display, and it's just so blocky, and I just think they could have done better. Um, they could have utilized that upper right hand for the positioning and the lap, and maybe add some kind of deal with fuel or tires that you could have turned on for the race and stopped in a specific location. Kind of like, I don't know if you ever played the game Harley Davidson across the USA, or it's something like that. And that game has like a fuel element on it. So they, at least they were like trying. So now we're in the last lap. Harley Davidson might be a good game for me to try out for another Let's Play video. I'll have to see if I still have that game or what it would take to get that game. But at least as far as I remember, that wasn't too bad of a game. So we're gonna wrap this up here, I think. I'm just gonna see how much credit I get, if I get more credit. But I think we're gonna wrap this video up here for Cyclemania. Um, so good when I played it. Definitely doesn't hold up to the test of time, is my conclusion in the game. Yay, victory for me here. Um, so this will probably end up back in the dust shelf of games. Okay, let's just take a quick. Ooh, I got $40 now, so I can definitely buy nothing. So I think that's where we're going to leave it for now. Um, this was just a brief overview of Cyclemania. If you like what you saw in this video or want to share any comments with your experience in Cyclemania, then go ahead and leave a comment below. But until next time,